1. This 1985 Cadillac Seville, priced at $2,000, is a classic sedan that comes with a few pros and cons. The car boasts a smooth-running 8-cylinder engine, a well-maintained blue leather interior without any tears or rips, and an exterior that still shines nicely when waxed. The car has been in the seller's possession for a couple of years after being purchased on eBay and shipped from the Midwest. However, it's important to note that the car has some significant issues. The seller mentions that the previous owners did not disclose the extensive rust underneath the car, affecting the frame, suspension, and other components. This rust damage is described as ugly and quite possibly unsafe, requiring attention from someone skilled in welding. Despite these issues, the seller suggests that the car could be a good candidate for a parts car, as it has a good motor, transmission, wheels, tires, and hubcaps. The car currently rides on its original factory wheels with wire hubcaps and new standard white wall tires, though a set of true spoke rims with Vogue tires are available for a separate purchase. The seller emphasizes that this car is not a show car, but rather a daily driver that needs a home and regular use. They are offering the car for sale due to having too many old cars and needing space. The seller is open to interesting trade offers, particularly motorcycles, but not other cars. It's important for potential buyers to be familiar with old cars, as this Seville may not be suitable for those without experience. The car has new tires, runs well, and most of its essential features work properly, including a cassette player in the stereo. The registration for the year is paid, but the car has not been smogged. The seller seems to be quite frank about the condition of the car, admitting to its flaws and setting clear expectations for potential buyers. They also express frustration with armchair dipsh tees, making cash offers without seeing the car in person, emphasizing the importance of viewing the vehicle before making an offer. In conclusion, this Seville presents an opportunity for someone looking for a classic daily driver or a parts car, but it comes with significant rust issues that need to be addressed. Potential buyers should carefully consider their ability to handle the necessary repairs and maintenance before making an offer. 2. This 1972 Ford Maverick, priced at $6,500 or best offer, is a rare find for classic car enthusiasts. The seller describes the car as an all-original estate find with an incredibly low 50,000 original miles on the odometer. The car features the sought-after LDO package, luxury decor option, which includes a vinyl top, matching hubcaps, and front and rear bumper guards, adding to its unique appearance and value. The seller emphasizes the car's extremely clean condition, which is impressive considering its age. Under the hood, the Maverick is powered by a 250 cubic inch 6-cylinder engine, which has been fitted with a new carburetor, ensuring smooth operation. The car also comes equipped with power steering and new tires and shocks, contributing to its excellent running and driving condition. Although the air conditioning system is not currently working, the seller notes that it is complete, suggesting that it could be repaired if desired. The car retains its original blue California license plates, adding to its authenticity and charm. Inside, the Maverick features bucket seats that recline, offering both style and comfort. The AM radio is still functional, and the car even retains classic features like the buzzer that sounds when the key is left in the ignition and the seatbelt light that illuminates when the seatbelts are not connected. The seller's description paints a picture of a well-maintained, highly original classic car that has been cherished over the years. The low mileage and rare options make this Ford an attractive prospect for collectors or enthusiasts looking for a unique and well-preserved piece of automotive history. Given the car's excellent condition and desirable features, the asking price of $6,500 or best offer seems reasonable for a classic car market. However, as with any used car purchase, it is always advisable for potential buyers to inspect the vehicle in person and review any available service records or documentation to ensure that the car is as described and meets their expectations. 3. This 1968 Ford Falcon, priced at $3,000 or best offer, is a unique find with an interesting history. The car was originally owned by the seller's 9th grade English teacher and was later inherited by her son. The seller is now the second owner outside of the original family. One of the most impressive aspects of this Falcon is its incredibly low mileage. With only 23,970 original miles on the odometer, this car has been sparingly used throughout its life. Under the hood, the Falcon is powered by a Ford 289 engine, a popular and reliable choice for this model year. Despite having been sitting for 4 years, the car started right up with a new battery, demonstrating the durability and quality of its mechanics. However, the seller notes that the car could benefit from a tune-up to ensure optimal performance. The seller describes the car as a pretty rare find, likely due to its low mileage and overall condition. The only rust mentioned is on the lower right rear fender, which is a common area for rust to develop on classic cars. The extent of the rust is not specified, so potential buyers should inspect this area carefully to determine the severity and potential cost of repair. No information is provided about the interior condition or other features of the car, so interested parties should contact the seller for more details and additional photos if available. Given the car's low mileage, desirable 289 engine, and overall rarity, the asking price of $3,000 or best offer seems reasonable. However, as with any classic car purchase, a thorough inspection is recommended to ensure that the car is structurally sound and that any necessary repairs or maintenance are within the buyer's budget. In summary, this Falcon presents an opportunity to own a piece of automotive history with a unique story and low original mileage. Its potential as a collector's item or a fun weekend cruiser makes it an attractive option for classic car enthusiasts. 4. This 1974 Chevrolet Corvette Stingray, priced at $7,400, is a classic American sports car that presents an exciting opportunity for enthusiasts looking for a running and driving project they can enjoy while restoring. The car is powered by a 350 cubic inch V8 engine paired with a 4-speed manual transmission, providing an engaging driving experience. One of the defining features of this Corvette is its full fiberglass body, which includes removable T-tops, allowing for an open-air driving experience when desired. The seller mentions that the interior is clean and has been updated with newer seat covers, enhancing both the appearance and comfort of the cabin. The car sits on C4 wheels, giving it a nice square stance and a more modern look. As a pre-1975 vehicle, this Corvette does not require smog testing in California, which can be a significant advantage for buyers in the state. The seller notes that the car comes with a clean California title in hand and is currently registered as non-operational, with no outstanding fees or taxes owed. This information provides peace of mind for potential buyers regarding the car's legal status and ownership history. It is important to note that the car is being sold in as-is condition, meaning that the buyer will be responsible for any necessary repairs or improvements. The seller also explicitly states that they are not interested in trades, so potential buyers should be prepared to make a cash offer. One additional feature mentioned is the availability of delivery upon request, which could be convenient for buyers who are not local to the seller's area. However, the cost and logistics of delivery should be discussed with the seller before finalizing any purchase agreement. Given the car's age and project status, it is essential for potential buyers to thoroughly inspect the vehicle in person, assessing the condition of the engine, transmission, suspension, and other key components. A professional inspection by a mechanic familiar with classic Corvettes may also be advisable to identify any hidden issues or potential costs. In summary, this Corvette Stingray offers a chance to own a classic American sports car with a strong V8 engine and manual transmission. While it may require some restoration work, its clean title, lack of smog requirements, and attractive features like the removable T-tops and updated interior make it an appealing option for enthusiasts willing to take on a project car. 5. This 1958 Ford Thunderbird, priced at $9,800, is a classic American luxury car that has undergone several updates and improvements. The seller mentions that the car has been fitted with a new carburetor, distributor, and gas tank, indicating that some attention has been given to its fuel system and ignition components. Under the hood, the Thunderbird is powered by a 352 cubic inch V8 engine with a 4-barrel carburetor, which was a common and powerful engine option for this model year. The seller notes that the car runs well, although there is an exhaust manifold leak that needs to be addressed. This leak should be inspected and repaired to ensure optimal performance and prevent any potential damage to the engine. The interior of the car is described as being in great shape, suggesting that it has been well maintained or possibly restored at some point. This is a significant selling point for classic car enthusiasts, as the condition of the interior can greatly impact the overall value and desirability of the vehicle. The seller also mentions that the car has good body condition and new tires, which are essential for both appearance and safety. However, potential buyers should still inspect the car thoroughly for any signs of rust, dents, or other damage that may require repair. The odometer reading is listed at 89,000 miles, which is relatively low for a car of this age. However, it is important to verify the accuracy of the odometer reading and to check for any signs that it may have been tampered with or rolled over. The car comes with a clean title, providing peace of mind for potential buyers regarding the vehicle's legal status and ownership history. While the seller describes the overall condition of the car as good, it is essential for potential buyers to inspect the vehicle in person and, if possible, have a professional mechanic assess its condition. Given the age of the car and the mentioned exhaust manifold leak, there may be other issues or necessary repairs that are not immediately apparent. In summary, this Thunderbird presents an opportunity to own a classic American luxury car with a powerful V8 engine and a well-maintained interior. The recent updates to the fuel system and ignition components, along with the new tires and good body condition, add to its appeal. However, the exhaust manifold leak and potential for other age-related issues should be carefully considered before making a purchase decision. 6. This 1973 Chevrolet Nova, priced at $2,800 or best offer, is a classic American sedan that is said to run and drive well. The car is powered by a 307 cubic inch V8 engine, which is paired with a turbo 353-speed automatic transmission, providing a balance of performance and smooth operation. The seller mentions that the car has a new glass pack exhaust system with a single pipe, which likely gives the V8 engine a distinct and sporty sound. This upgrade may also hint at the car's overall mechanical condition, as the seller has invested in some recent improvements. The odometer reading is listed at 93,500 miles, which is relatively low for a car of this age. However, as with any classic vehicle, it is essential to verify the accuracy of the mileage and inspect the car thoroughly for any signs of wear or damage that may not be immediately apparent. While the seller does not provide detailed information about the car's exterior or interior condition, they do mention that the car is a four-door model, which adds practicality and makes it more suitable for daily use or family transportation compared to a two-door variant. It is important to note that the seller is firm on their asking price and is not interested in lowball offers or trades. This suggests that they believe the car is fairly priced given its condition and market value. To get a better understanding of the car's overall condition, potential buyers should request more detailed photos of the exterior, interior, and engine bay. It may also be wise to inquire about any recent maintenance or repairs, as well as any known issues that may need to be addressed. As with any classic car purchase, a thorough in-person inspection and a test drive are highly recommended to assess the vehicle's condition and performance. Buyers should also consider the potential costs of any necessary repairs or upgrades when determining if the asking price is fair. In summary, this Nova presents an opportunity to own a classic American sedan with a strong V8 engine and automatic transmission. While the seller provides limited information about the car's overall condition, the recent exhaust upgrade and the car's ability to run and drive well are positive signs. Potential buyers should carefully evaluate the car's condition and weigh the asking price against any necessary repairs or improvements before making a purchase decision. 7. This 1979 Chevrolet El Camino, priced at $7,900, is a classic American utility vehicle that has undergone several performance upgrades. The seller mentions that the car is powered by a Chevy 350 small block Vortec 5, 7L crate motor, which is paired with a turbo 400 automatic transmission that has been enhanced with a B&M shift kit. These upgrades suggest that the El Camino has been modified for improved performance and drivability. The engine is equipped with a Carter AFB-style carburetor, headers, and a dual exhaust system, further enhancing its power and sound. The seller notes that the engine runs well and provides a video to demonstrate its healthy operation. The El Camino sits on 15-inch Chevy-style rally wheels with new BF Goodrich radial tires on the rear. However, the The front tires need replacement due to age and a slow leak, with one tire currently flat from sitting all winter. The seller mentions that the body has 125,000 miles on it, while the engine has approximately 25,000 miles. This suggests that the engine has been replaced or rebuilt at some point during the car's life. The seller is the third owner of the vehicle. While the El Camino runs well, the seller notes that it needs interior work, which potential buyers should take into consideration when evaluating the asking price and their own restoration plans. The seller includes several additional items with the sale, such as 2 Hooker aero chamber mufflers with a 2.5-inch exhaust kit from Speedway, not yet installed, and a second rear windshield, which is a rare find for this model. The seller also mentions that all the trim is present on the car. The reason for selling the El Camino is that the seller has too many projects and cannot dedicate the necessary time and resources to this particular vehicle. They are open to reasonable offers, with a preference for cash. However, the seller is also willing to consider trades for specific vehicles, including running and driving Cadillacs, pre-1985, 2 WD dualies, other G-body vehicles, and Harley-Davidson motorcycles, particularly Road Kings and Dynas. Potential buyers should carefully review the provided information and videos and inquire about any additional details or documentation regarding the car's maintenance history, upgrades, and overall condition. An in-person inspection and test drive are highly recommended to ensure that the El Camino meets the buyer's expectations and to assess any potential repair or restoration costs. In summary, this Chevrolet offers a unique blend of classic styling and performance upgrades, making it an attractive option for enthusiasts of American utility vehicles. While it does require some interior work and front tire replacement, the healthy running engine, additional parts, and rare second rear windshield add to its value. Interested buyers should carefully consider the asking price, their own restoration goals, and the seller's trade preferences before making an offer. 8. This 1974 Buick Century, priced at $9,500, is a classic American sedan that has undergone several significant improvements and upgrades. The seller describes the car's condition as excellent, suggesting that it has been well maintained and restored. One of the most notable features of this Buick Century is its rebuilt motor. While the seller does not provide specifics about the engine rebuild, this typically involves replacing worn or damaged components, ensuring improved performance, reliability, and longevity. The rebuilt engine, combined with the car's low mileage of 71,451 miles, indicates that this Buick Century has plenty of life left in it. The interior of the car has been refreshed with new components, enhancing its comfort and appearance. This attention to detail extends to the exterior, with the seller mentioning the installation of new wheels and tires, which not only improve the car's look, but also contribute to its overall safety and handling. The seller has also upgraded the exhaust system to a dual Flowmaster setup. Flowmaster exhausts are known for their deep, aggressive tone and improved exhaust flow, which can slightly increase horsepower and torque. This upgrade likely gives the Buick Century a more distinctive and sporty sound compared to its original exhaust. The seller emphasizes that the car runs strong, suggesting that the rebuilt engine, new exhaust, and other improvements have resulted in a well-performing vehicle. However, potential buyers should still request more information about the car's maintenance history and any additional repairs or upgrades that have been performed. Given the car's excellent described condition, low mileage, and recent improvements, the asking price of $9,500 appears to be reasonable for a classic car of this caliber. However, as with any used car purchase, a thorough in-person inspection and test drive are recommended to verify the car's condition and ensure that it meets the buyer's expectations. Potential buyers should also consider the ongoing maintenance and fuel costs associated with a classic V8-powered sedan like this Buick Century. While the rebuilt engine and new components may provide improved reliability, it is essential to budget for regular upkeep to maintain the car's condition and performance. In summary, this Buick presents an attractive opportunity for classic car enthusiasts seeking a well-maintained and upgraded sedan. With its rebuilt engine, refreshed interior, new wheels and tires, and dual Flowmaster exhaust, this Buick Century promises a strong running and distinctive driving experience. Interested buyers should carefully assess the car's condition and weigh the asking price against their own budget and restoration goals before making a purchase decision. 9. This 1976 Chevrolet Camaro, priced at $9,500, is a classic American muscle car that seems to be in good running condition. The seller states that the car runs and drives great and starts every time, indicating that it has been well maintained and is mechanically sound. One significant selling point of this Camaro is the new automatic transmission, which comes with receipts to verify the work done. A new transmission is a substantial investment and provides peace of mind for the buyer, knowing that this critical component has been recently replaced and should offer reliable performance. Under the hood, the Camaro is powered by a 350 cubic inch V8 engine, which is a popular and powerful option for this model year. The seller does not mention any specific upgrades or modifications to the engine, so it is likely in its stock configuration. The exterior of the car is described as having a paint job that looks great, with the exception of some cracking on the hood and near the rear window. These imperfections are relatively common in older vehicles and may be due to age, exposure to the elements, or minor accidents. Potential buyers should inspect these areas carefully to assess the extent of the damage and determine if any repairs or repainting is necessary. The odometer reading is listed at 53,000 miles, but the seller notes that the odometer has rolled over. This means that the actual mileage of the car is likely 153,000 miles or more. While this may be considered high mileage for a classic car, it is essential to focus on the vehicle's overall condition and maintenance history, rather than just the number on the odometer. The seller does not provide any information about the interior condition or any additional features or upgrades, so potential buyers should inquire about these aspects and request more photos if necessary. Given the car's good running condition, new transmission, and generally good paint, the asking price of $9,500 seems reasonable for a classic Camaro. However, as with any used car purchase, a thorough in-person inspection and test drive are recommended to verify the car's condition and identify any potential issues that may not be apparent from the listing. Potential buyers should also consider the ongoing maintenance and fuel costs associated with a classic V8-powered muscle car like this Camaro. Regular upkeep and occasional repairs are to be expected with a vehicle of this age, so it is essential to budget accordingly. In summary, this Camaro presents an opportunity to own a classic American muscle car that is said to run and drive well, with a new automatic transmission and a generally good paint job. While there are some imperfections in the paint, and the actual mileage is unknown due to the odometer rollover, the car's overall condition and asking price make it an attractive option for enthusiasts. As always, a thorough inspection and test drive are recommended to ensure that the car meets the buyer's expectations and fits within their budget for ongoing maintenance and repairs. 10. This 1978 Cadillac Eldorado Biarritz, priced at $5,500, is a rare find for classic luxury car enthusiasts. The seller describes the car's condition as like new, suggesting that it has been exceptionally well maintained and preserved over its 45-year history. One of the most impressive aspects of this Eldorado is its low mileage. With only 87,000 original miles, this car has been sparingly driven and has likely spent much of its life being carefully stored and maintained. For a car of this age, such low mileage is a testament to its careful ownership and preservation. The seller mentions that the car has been family-owned since it was new, which is a strong indication of its well-documented history and consistent care. Single-family ownership is often sought after by collectors, as it typically means that the car has been cherished and not subjected to the wear and tear of multiple owners or neglect. Mechanically, the seller states that the car runs well, suggesting that it has been regularly serviced and maintained to ensure its proper operation. The Eldorado Biarritz is powered by a V8 engine, which is known for its smooth power delivery and comfortable ride, making it an ideal choice for a classic luxury cruiser. The exterior of the car is finished in a brown color, which is likely its original paint. The seller does not mention any significant imperfections or damage to the exterior, further supporting the claim of the car's like-new condition. However, potential buyers should still request more detailed photos and an in-person inspection to verify the condition of the paint, chrome, and other exterior components. No information is provided about the interior condition, but given the car's overall described condition and low mileage, it is likely that the interior has been equally well preserved. The Eldorado Biarritz was known for its luxurious and well-appointed interior, featuring high-quality materials and advanced features for its time. The seller emphasizes that this Eldorado Biarritz is hard to find in this condition, which is indeed true. Finding a classic luxury car with such low mileage, single-family ownership, and excellent overall condition is a rare opportunity for collectors and enthusiasts. At the asking price of $5,500, this Eldorado represents a compelling value for a classic car in such remarkable condition. However, as with any used car purchase, a thorough in-person inspection and test drive are recommended to verify the car's condition and ensure that it meets the buyer's expectations. The seller requests that only serious buyers contact them by phone, which is a common request for high-quality classic cars. Potential buyers should be prepared to discuss their interest in the car and to arrange a viewing and inspection. In summary, this Cadillac presents a unique opportunity to acquire a well-preserved and low-mileage classic luxury car. With its single-family ownership, excellent running condition, and like-new overall state, this Eldorado Biarritz is a compelling choice for collectors and enthusiasts seeking a high-quality classic car at a reasonable price. As always, a thorough inspection and test drive are recommended to ensure that the car lives up to its described condition and meets the buyer's expectations. 11. We're taking a closer look at a classic 1964 Buick LeSabre that's up for grabs on Craigslist. With an asking price of just $4,500, this vintage beauty might just be the perfect addition to your garage. First off, let's talk about the specs. This LeSabre is powered by a 355 Wildcat V8 engine, paired with a Rochester 4-barrel carburetor and an ST300 automatic transmission. It's got power brakes and power steering, making it a breeze to handle on the road. And let's not forget the classic AM radio, which adds to the vintage charm of this ride. Now, the seller is being upfront about the condition of the car. It's got a few minor issues, like a hole in the driver's side seat and a package tray that needs replacing, although the seller does have the material for that. The paint is original and shows some signs of age and thinning, which is to be expected for a car that's nearly 60 years old. There's also a small rust spot on the left rear quarter panel just below the rear door. But here's the thing. The seller describes the overall body condition as good, and with an odometer reading of just 54,000 miles, this LeSabre has plenty of life left in it. Plus, the VIN 4K1183687 is provided so you can do your own research on the car's history. The seller is asking for cash only and isn't interested in any trades. If you're serious about making this classic beauty yours, you can email them for the location and any additional questions you might have. Now, as with any used car purchase, it's always a good idea to see the car in person and give it a thorough inspection before making a decision. But if you're looking for a vintage ride with plenty of character and a price tag that won't break the bank, this 1964 Buick LeSabre is definitely worth checking out. 12. We have a real treat for you. A stunning 1976 Chrysler Cordoba that's sure to turn heads wherever it goes. This vintage beauty is a true icon of American automotive history, and it's clear the current owner has put a lot of love and care into maintaining it over the years. Under the hood, you'll find a powerful 400 cubic inch V8 engine that's been rebuilt and only has around 80,000 miles on it. The transmission was also replaced very recently in April 2024, so you can expect smooth and reliable shifting. With rear-wheel drive and an automatic transmission, this Cordoba is a joy to cruise around in. The exterior is finished in a beautiful brown paint that looks fantastic, although the seller does mention a few minor imperfections. That's to be expected with a car of this age, and it certainly doesn't detract from the overall appeal. The interior has been customized as well, adding to the luxurious feel of this classic ride. Other notable features include a brand new battery and a clean title. The odometer has rolled over once, but with the rebuilt engine, this Cordoba still has plenty of life left in it. It's also been featured in many car shows over the years, a testament to its eye-catching good looks. The seller is asking $8,000 or best offer for this Cordoba, which seems like a fair price considering the excellent condition and recent upgrades. They're only interested in serious inquiries and are not open to trades. Overall, this Cordoba is a fantastic opportunity to own a piece of automotive history. It's clear the seller has taken great care of it, and with the rebuilt engine and new transmission, it should provide many more miles of enjoyable driving. If you're in the market for a classic car with timeless style and a luxurious feel, definitely give this Chrysler a closer look. 13. All right, folks, now we're taking a look at a 1976 Ford Gran Torino Elite that's up for sale on Craigslist. This classic ride has been with the current owner's family for around 25 years, and it's clear they've put a lot of work into keeping it on the road. Under the hood, you'll find a strong V8 engine that the seller's dad installed when he first got the car. The transmission was also replaced at the same time, and the seller reports that both are still going strong. In fact, they even drove this Gran Torino all the way to Mexico and back a few years ago, which is a testament to its reliability. The exterior is finished in a classic white paint job that looks really good, according to the seller. They mention that it's hard to let this car go, but they simply don't drive it enough anymore. Now, it's important to note that the seller does describe the condition as fair, and they mention that the interior isn't perfect but is decent enough. This is a classic car after all, so some wear and tear is to be expected. The seller also notes that there is an occasional hard start problem, which they attribute to classic car issues. However, they still maintain that this is a solid car overall. The odometer currently shows 70,000 miles, but the seller does disclose that it's broken, so the actual mileage is unknown. The title is clean, which is always a good sign. As for the price, the seller is asking $4,500 or best offer for this Gran Torino. While it may not be in perfect condition, it seems like a fair asking price for a classic car with a strong engine and transmission and a good overall appearance. If you're a classic car collector or enthusiast looking for a project car or a weekend cruiser, this Gran Torino could be a great option. Just be prepared to put in a little work to get the interior up to snuff and address any minor issues that may pop up. With some TLC, this classic Ford could be a real head-turner out on the road. 14. We've got a real treat for you. A 1971 Oldsmobile Toronado that's looking absolutely stunning. This classic beauty has just 61,636 original miles on the odometer, and it's clear the current owner has put a lot of love and care into keeping it in top shape. First off, let's talk about the condition. The seller describes it as like new, and based on the list of new parts and recent maintenance, I'm inclined to believe them. This Toronado has been treated to a host of upgrades, including a new alternator, rebuilt starter, new belts, a new radiator, water pump, thermostat, calipers, brake pads, and rear shoes and wheel cylinders. That's a lot of work to ensure this classic runs and drives like a dream. Under the hood, you'll find a powerful 8-cylinder engine that's been treated to a new Rochester carburetor, new plugs, and a recent oil change and tune-up. The gas tank has also been removed, cleaned, and sealed, so you can trust that this Toronado is ready for many more miles of happy motoring. The exterior is finished in a beautiful color that looks fantastic, and the seller mentions that all 5 wheels have been sandblasted and fitted with new tires. That's a great touch that really makes this Toronado stand out. As for the history, this is an original Georgia car with a clean title, which is always a good sign. It's great to know that this Toronado has been well cared for throughout its life. Now, let's talk about the price. The seller is asking $8,500 for this Oldsmobile, which I think is a very fair deal considering the excellent condition and recent upgrades. This is a lot of car for the money, and it's sure to turn heads wherever it goes. The seller also mentions that delivery is available, which is a nice touch for anyone who might not be local to the area. Overall, this Toronado is a fantastic example of a well-maintained classic car. With its low original mileage, recent upgrades, and clean history, it's sure to make any collector or enthusiast very happy. If you're in the market for a vintage ride that's ready to hit the road, definitely give this Toronado a closer look. It's a rare find in this condition, and it won't last long at this price. 15. Now we're taking a look at a classic 1977 Cadillac DeVille limousine that's currently for sale on Craigslist for $4,000. This vintage luxury vehicle is located at 126 South 11th Street near Railroad Ave. According to the seller's description, this Cadillac is in good overall condition and runs well. It has a clean title and has racked up 81,467 miles on the odometer over its 46-year lifespan. The exterior sports a blue paint job, though the seller does note there are a few rust spots present. Under the hood, you'll find a gas-powered engine that sends power to the rear wheels via an automatic transmission, as was typical for American luxury cars of that era. As a limousine model, this DeVille has an extended wheelbase to provide ample space for passengers in the rear compartment. While the seller states the car is in good shape overall, it's important to keep in mind that any vehicle of this age is bound to have some wear and tear. The rust spots mentioned are not uncommon for a classic car, but prospective buyers will want to inspect them in person to assess the extent and whether any repairs or remediation is needed. Overall, if you're in the market for a vintage Cadillac with a bit of extra space for passengers, this 1977 DeVille limousine could be worth checking out. The $4,000 asking price seems reasonable for a running driving example with a clean title, though, as always, an in-person inspection is recommended. The seller encourages interested parties to call or text to discuss pricing or get more details. So there you have it, a closer look at this classic DeVille limo currently listed on Craigslist. While it may have some minor cosmetic flaws, it could make for a fun cruiser or a unique addition to a vintage car collection. 16. We're featuring a 1978 Pontiac Bonneville that's up for sale on Craigslist with an asking price of $4,200 or best offer. According to the seller, this classic sedan has been lovingly cared for and maintained by a single family over its lifetime. One of the standout features of this Bonneville is its remarkably low mileage. With just 99,000 original miles on the odometer, this car has been sparingly driven and well preserved over its 45 years. The seller notes that the car has received regular maintenance, including a complete tune-up, antifreeze flush, and oil change just 2,000 miles ago. Under the hood, you'll find a numbers-matching 301 cubic inch V8 engine that's said to run strong. This Bonneville also features cold air conditioning, power windows, power locks, and a tilt steering wheel for added comfort and convenience. The seller even installed a security system for extra peace of mind. Cosmetically, this Bonneville appears to be in excellent condition, with a clean brown exterior paint job. The seller mentions that the car is mostly original, suggesting it has not undergone any major modifications or alterations. It's said to be a great daily driver, offering the perfect blend of classic style and modern usability. As an added bonus, this Bonneville comes with 2 extra wheels and a set of additional skirts, allowing you to switch up the look of the car if desired. The seller is also including both indoor and outdoor car covers to help protect the vehicle's finish when not in use. The asking price of $4,200 or best offer seems quite reasonable for a well-maintained, low-mileage classic like this. The seller is firm on the price and is not interested in any trades. If you're in the market for a vintage American sedan with plenty of style and character, this Bonneville is definitely worth a closer look. With its strong V8 engine, cold AC, and numerous power amenities, it offers the perfect blend of classic charm and modern conveniences. 17. Let's taking a closer look at a truly exceptional 1979 Buick LeSabre that's currently for sale on Craigslist. The seller is asking $7,850 for this classic sedan, and based on the description and photos, it seems like it could be a fantastic deal for the right buyer. What immediately stands out about this LeSabre is its incredibly low mileage. With just 44,649 miles on the odometer, this car has been driven an average of less than 1,000 miles per year since it rolled off the assembly line 44 years ago. This is the kind of low-mileage survivor that collectors dream about finding. According to the seller, this LeSabre is in excellent condition inside and out. It still wears its original blue paint, which is said to be in great shape. The interior is likewise original, with the upholstery described as being like new. It's rare to find a classic car of this age with such a well-preserved interior. But this LeSabre isn't just a time capsule. It's also been updated with some modern conveniences. The seller notes that it has a Bluetooth system, backup camera, and satellite radio, all of which have been professionally installed. Yet despite these modern touches, the car is said to retain its classic character and smooth ride quality. The seller mentions that it glides over bumps in the road effortlessly. Mechanically, this LeSabre seems to be in top-notch shape as well. It's equipped with a 6-cylinder engine that's paired with an automatic transmission, a common drivetrain configuration for Buicks of this era. The seller reports that the car has received a new battery as of March 2023, as well as new brakes. The air conditioning is said to blow ice cold, which is a big plus for a classic car. The seller is confident in the car's roadworthiness, stating that it can be driven anywhere without hesitation. They also mention that it gets lots of attention out on the street, which is no surprise given its outstanding original condition. At an asking price of $7,850, this LeSabre seems like it could be a smart buy for a collector or enthusiast. The seller even suggests it could be a good investment as the value of the dollar fluctuates. And while that price might seem high for a 44-year-old Buick, it's actually quite reasonable for a car with such low mileage and outstanding original condition. The seller is looking for serious inquiries only and prefers phone calls over text messages. They encourage interested buyers to schedule a test drive to experience the car's smooth ride and road manners for themselves. All in all, this Buick looks to be an exceptional find. With its ultra-low mileage, excellent condition, and modern upgrades, it offers the best of both worlds for classic car enthusiasts. If you're in the market for a vintage sedan that's been impeccably maintained, this LeSabre is definitely worth a closer look. 18. We're featuring a 1985 Cadillac Seville that's currently for sale on Craigslist with an asking price of $7,500. What makes this particular Seville special is that it's being offered by the original owner, which is a rarity for a car that's nearly 40 years old. The standout feature of this E85 Seville is its incredibly low mileage. According to the seller, the car has just 25,000 original miles on the odometer. That works out to an average of less than 700 miles per year since it was new, which is astoundingly low. It's clear that this Cadillac has been sparingly used and well cared for over the past 4 decades. The exterior of the car is finished in a classic white paint scheme, which appears to be in good condition based on the photos provided in the ad. White was a popular color choice for luxury cars in the 1980s, and it gives this Seville a timeless, elegant look. Inside, you'll find a blue interior that looks to be in equally impressive condition. Cadillacs of this era were known for their plush, comfortable interiors, and this Seville appears to be no exception. The seller doesn't provide many details about the interior features or amenities, but Sevilles of this vintage typically came well equipped with power windows, power locks, power seats, and other luxury touches. Under the hood, this Seville is powered by a fuel-injected 4.1-liter V8 engine that sends power to the rear wheels through an automatic transmission. While not a powerhouse by modern standards, this drivetrain should provide smooth, reliable performance in keeping with the Seville's luxury positioning. The seller describes the overall condition of the car as good, which seems like an understatement given the low mileage and original owner status. Of course, any car that's nearly 40 years old is likely to have some minor imperfections or signs of age, but this Seville appears to be an exceptionally well-preserved example. At an asking price of $7,500, this Seville is certainly not an inexpensive classic car. However, when you consider the low mileage, original owner history, and apparently excellent condition, it starts to look like a more reasonable value. For a collector or enthusiast looking for a well-preserved piece of Cadillac history, this Seville could be a compelling choice. Of course, as with any used car purchase, it's always a good idea to inspect the vehicle in person and review any available service records or documentation before making a final decision. But based on the information provided in the ad, this Seville looks to be a rare find and a potential gem for the right buyer. 19. So folks, let's taking a look at a 1979 Chevrolet Monza Spyder that's up for sale on Craigslist with an asking price of $6,150. This classic hatchback has undergone some modifications and upgrades, making it an intriguing option for enthusiasts of sporty American cars from the late 1970s. The seller describes the overall condition of this Monza Spyder as fair, suggesting that it may have some cosmetic imperfections or signs of age. The black exterior paint job looks decent in the photos, but potential buyers will want to inspect the finish in person to assess its true condition. One of the most notable aspects of this particular Monza is its drivetrain. While it originally came equipped with a 305 cubic inch V8 engine, the seller has swapped in a larger 350 V8 with a performance camshaft. They claim that this upgraded engine makes the car absolutely rip, suggesting that it offers strong acceleration and a lively driving experience. The engine is paired with a rebuilt 4-speed manual transmission, which should make this Monza Spyder a blast to drive for those who enjoy rowing their own gears. The seller notes that the car drives great and that the seats are comfortable, which is important for a sporty car like this. They also mention that the exhaust has a good sound, likely thanks to the upgraded engine. The heater is said to be working, which is a plus for colder climates. Other recent maintenance and upgrades reportedly include a brand new clutch, which is a critical component in a manual transmission car. The seller also states that all of the gauges and necessary lights are functioning properly. One thing to note is that the odometer is rolled over, meaning that the true mileage of the car is unknown. The seller estimates that it has around 180,000 miles on it. But prospective buyers will want to keep in mind that the actual mileage could be significantly higher. At an asking price of $6,150, this modified Chevrolet is not an inexpensive classic car. However, for the right buyer who appreciates the upgrades and the car's sporty character, it could be a fun and engaging vehicle to own and drive. As with any used car, and especially one with modifications, it's important to thoroughly inspect the vehicle in person and take it for a test drive before making a purchase decision. Buyers will want to assess the quality of the engine swap and other upgrades, as well as the overall condition of the car, to ensure that it meets their expectations and is a good value for the asking price. Overall, this Monza Spyder looks like it could be a fun and unique classic car for someone who enjoys sporty driving and isn't afraid of a few imperfections. With its upgraded 350 V8 engine and manual transmission, it should offer an engaging driving experience and plenty of personality on the road. 20. All right, folks. In the end, we've got a real treat for you. A 1972 Mercury Cougar that's up for grabs on Craigslist for just $8,900. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Just $8,900 for a classic muscle car? But trust me, this one's got a lot going for it. First off, this isn't just any old Cougar. It's an original California blue plate car, which means it spent its life basking in that sweet, rust-free California sun. And let me tell you, the rust-free part is a big deal when you're talking about a car that's over half a century old. But enough about the sun. Let's talk about what's under the hood. This bad boy is packing a factory 351 Cleveland 5.8 that the seller says has tons of power. And if you know anything about classic Fords and Mercurys, you know that the 351 Cleveland is no joke. Pair that with an automatic transmission and you've got yourself a classic cruiser that's ready to eat up the highway. Now, the seller says this Cougar is in all original condition, and that's music to a collector's ears. The upholstery? Excellent. The paint? Well, it might have a few blemishes up close, but from a distance, it looks pretty darn good. And let's talk about that color combo. Green on green? That's a rare find, folks. Of course, no classic car is perfect, and this Cougar does have a few issues that'll need to be addressed. The alternator's on its last legs, the brake warning light is on, but the brakes work, so that's good. And it needs a new light switch. But hey, those are all relatively easy fixes for someone who knows their way around a wrench. So, what's the bottom line? For $8,900, you're getting a whole lot of car. A numbers-matching, rust-free California Cougar with a powerful V8, original condition, and a rare color scheme. Sure, it might need a little TLC, but that's all part of the fun of owning a classic. If you're in the market for a vintage muscle car with plenty of character, this 72 Cougar is definitely worth a closer look. Just remember to kick the tires, take it for a spin, and make sure everything checks out before you hand over that cash. And there you have it, folks. A Cougar that's ready to prowl the streets once again. With its classic good looks, powerful engine, and original condition, it's the kind of car that'll turn heads and start conversations wherever you go. So what are you waiting for? Go make this Cougar yours before someone else beats you to it.